was indeed doing a prank slash social experiment, and she.
You know what's funny? What's funny is that when I saw Jim Curry, I instantly knew that it wasn't him, right? And I believe that they're lying to us. I believe that it was a test, but I believe that it was a different kind of test. And I'm gonna tell you what kind of test that I believe that it was. Right now, we are going into a deep delusion state of mind, right? This is the reason why AI is coming so forward now. All of these AI videos and all of these AI movies and people is imitating one another, right? And when you look at Jim Curry, if you know Jim Curry, if you know him, you've seen him, you know the way he looked, you know the shape of his face, you know him. Even if he was to get surgery, you know that's him, right? So I believe what they did was it wasn't a social experiment. It was an experiment to see what you go against yourself. Because we're about to go through a deep test in life right now. We're about to go through a deep test, which y'all calls it, y'all, many may call it judgment, but it's really not a judgment because the final test of life is when your soul and your spirit going to have to make the ultimate choice. So that is basically judgment day. Judgment day is not when you meet face to face with God and God go down the line of everything that you done and he decide whether you go to heaven or hell. Judgment day is when your soul and your spirit make the final choice to your final destination, right? So right now, we are going through this great delusion state of consciousness where everything is real, but we don't know if it's real or not. We are going into this deep state of doubtness, where though we are doubting things because we are so used and immune to seeing the fake. So what I believe is that this was a test to test you, to see where you go against yourself, or to see what you actually believe what you see, believe what the eyes and the spirit and the heart and the mind and the soul is telling you. Because if you look at Jim Curry and you can see that's not him, everything in you is going to say that's not him. I don't give a damn what you say, that is not him, because you are going within yourself and you believe yourself and you're going to say that's not him. A lot of people would have seen Jim Curry and know that's not him. They know it. But they would doubt themselves and be like, well, they got surgery, they got AI, he probably could have. So now you are doubting yourself. So you are going against yourself. When all of you, every piece of you is saying that's not him, right? But your ego, your outer self is going against yourself. And you're going to make up excuses and reasons to why that could be Jim Curry. And you're going to go against yourself. And when you go against yourself, that's when you're going to realize, damn, I should have listened and went with myself. So I don't believe that this was a social experiment. I believe that this was an experiment to test your inner self. Because if you knew that that wasn't Jim Curry and you stuck with that and you didn't let no one persuade you otherwise, then that means that you are a person that knows thyself. And you are a person that is going to believe thyself. And you know that thyself will never do you wrong. And that means you are led by thyself. If you knew that that was Jim Curry and you doubted yourself and you went against it, then that lets me know, and that should let you know, that you need to do more self-exploration. You need to do more self-realization. You really need to grow in tune with yourself to the point where though you trust yourself. Because what we have to understand is that our consciousness, our intuition, our spirit, and our soul is our higher self. It's our Christ self. And the more that we keep going against it, the more that we are not letting it lead us, the more that we are not paying it no mind, the more we are doubting it, we're eventually going to doubt it so much until it's not even going to be there anymore. And it's not that it's not there. It's just that we're ignoring it. See, Christ is always with you. All the ones that has a consciousness, all the ones that has a spirit and has a soul. Not everyone has a consciousness. Everyone that has a consciousness and has a soul and has a spirit, Christ never leaves them. But you have to honor Christ. And what I mean by that is you have to know who Christ is, and you have to know that you are the Christ, and you are the truth, and you know everything, and that you are never forsaken because your higher self is Christ. Your higher self is holy, and Christ's energy, Christ's consciousness is with you all day, every day. It never leaves you. It's inside of you. It's all around you. We just got to know our higher selves. We got to know our Christ self. We got to know that we are never forsaken. And we got to stop putting our trust and belief in other people, thinking that they are going to lead us when you are all the leader that you need. You are all the church that you need. You are all the temple that you need. So when you go against yourself, you are going to fail. So you have to grow within yourself, learn yourself, and know who you are and know where you are. And when you start to grow within yourself spiritually, this is why the spiritual is more of the truth and the physical is more of the lie. Because your spirit told you that that wasn't Jim Curry. But the physical, the lie, what you saw, you doubted your spiritual and you went against it. So if you passed the test, congratulations. But if you failed that test, you need to work on yourself more and learn to trust yourself more and learn that you are Christ, you are the truth, you are the Messiah. And when you wake up to know that and understand that and believe that, and you start working within yourself and trusting yourself, then you are going to start getting new revelations and new awakenings and new enlightenments that you ain't never had, because you have allowed the Christ within you to activate, to awaken. And once that energy active and awakens in you, it never turns off. It will stay on for the rest of your eternal life. And you have just now activate your crown chakra. So when they tell you that you, in the religious world and in the Christian world, when they say that God is going to give you your crown, see, we are looking in the physical where God is going to literally give us a crown. But once you know thyself, that is the highest consciousness level that you can get to. It is not love. When you get to know and become one with your higher Christ self, you have now activated your crown. Your crown is now on. So it will never come off, and it will glow for the rest of your eternal life. So the crown is already on you. You have to activate it and know that it's there. If you never activate it and know that it's there, you have a crown that's sitting there that has never been used. So right now we have to be aware that we are the crown. And all we got to do is trust and believe and know that we have the crown and know why it's there and start using it.